What did that teach you? Of course, Guba was more Kenya-centric. Now, in terms of Africa's startup community.
Well, okay, the obvious cliche that every market is different. But where it becomes important is how you hire your team. So teams are very important. Every country has a different culture, how people view work, and so managing people is different for each of the countries. The other is, when I was told to launch Ghana, I had not been to Ghana. The most I knew was from 844, the obvious, whether it is the dams or Kwame Nkrumah, and I was like, what am I going to do?
Ground up.
I remember I landed there, I was like, okay, it's hot. Sasa, let's see. So that whole just willingness to jump in and trying to make it work. And the first obvious thing was building a critical team, showing them what it is that you need them to do, and then executing. So I did that, and I thought it was the end of the challenge until I was working in Francophone Africa, and I don't speak French.
Oh, wow.
And walking around with Google Translate to really just survive in the streets, to communicate with people. So you learn that, one, it is okay to dive in. You learn that sometimes things are harder, are easier than you think. Then on the flip, sometimes someone can look like they're easily navigating, kumbe they're really kicking to make things work. So one of the key lessons for me has been that, dive in. Different markets are different. Focus, almost have a strategy on how you approach the different markets. So how you launch, the team, who are your core team members. And really when I've hired, and one of the things I've always said is, there's almost a formula to it. I hire hunger. And by hunger, I mean that I want to learn, I want to grow. So if somebody has that, I hire people who have a nature we call humility. And so it's not humility as we know it, but it's because the startup world, as I said, my first job was loading. Yeah, I'm out in the factory, and I cleaned
master's holder from the States. You've come in, you've been a country lead, and now
so you're
in the factory or warehouse, you call it, and there's just loading
cargo.
Yeah.
And I was the office, because I'm by myself. I clean the office, and then I run quickly, and I say, okay, they're coming to meet the head for exactly. But I was the one who cleaned it. So that need is very important for a startup. So the hunger to learn, the willingness to learn, that humility that you can try different things because it's a startup. Things change quite quickly. And then somebody who can communicate and can do some form of data. I think those are the four things. And you find when somebody has those four, you really can move them to different teams. They can actually grow. And one of the most rewarding things for me has been someone entering as an intern, and now they are the regional head for East Africa for you.
Speak to that Form 1, Form 2, who's still not sure, okay, should I go for prefect? Should I go for basketball? I don't know, because I feel that what we're having now is a result of that journey you've had. So what inspiring messages can you give?
Speaking to the young girl at Alliance, or the young girl in high school, I think it is to know that it can be done. I think, one of the things I learned very early, it's very hard to dream of things you've never seen. And I learned that one time I was in Laikipia doing volunteer work, and they told me, we didn't know women go to university. And I said, I was taken aback, and they said, but we've never met a woman who's been to university. And so you learn quickly that you can only dream of things you imagine are possible. So the first thing is that it is possible.